My conflict story involves a phone interaction that I had with an irate library patron who was upset at his inability to access one of their language learning databases through the library's website. This patron was a library user exclusively for the purpose of making use of this database, and typically he would come into the branch to make use of it. However, today he was trying for the first time to access it remotely from his home, and he was running into some issues. The reason he was having issues was because inside the branch, all you need to do is pull up the library's website, click on the database link, and you're immediately taken to the database to get started on your work. However, when you're accessing it outside of the branch, there's an extra step in between clicking the link and being taken to the database. You're brought to an authentication page where you have to enter your library credentials. Now, this gentleman had never tried it before, so he was confused at what they were asking and didn't understand why he had to go through this extra step. And so he called up the library to vent his frustrations and see if he could get a solution. Unfortunately, the first person he spoke with was a relatively new coworker of mine who had no idea what he was talking about and certainly didn't know how to solve his issue. So after getting an earful from him for about a minute, she threw him on hold and transferred the call to me. Now, when I started speaking with him, he was very angry and borderline verbally abusive. But luckily for me, I'm used to dealing with that sort of behavior from library patrons, and so I took it all in stride. This patron was particularly upset because he was what we call a fee-based patron, meaning he wasn't a resident of the county the library is based in, and therefore had to pay an annual membership fee for the privilege of accessing this database. So he was really angry. He felt like he wasn't getting his money's worth, and he was not shy in expressing that anger. However, I was able to calm him down and then explain to him what was going on and why we had this authentication step in the first place. You know, it was to prevent just any old person from making use of the database and ensuring that only paying members and other county library card holders were able to access it. So eventually, after explaining why this happened and showing him what he needed to do to get past the authentication page to the database, we ended the call amicably, and he was happy with the library services that he was paying for.